The right conference can be a game changer for your business or practice. Conference networking done the right way can be a goldmine of opportunities. You're already spending time, money, and an energy to get your conference or event. So, how can you make it easier and get results to your business or practice? Now, even if you are an extremely introverted person, those following practical ways to network at a conference could help you take your networking game to the next level. Hi everyone, I'm Itzik Amiel, international speaker, best-selling author, attorney at law, and the founder of The Switch. And today, I'm going to share with you 5 practical ways to make networking at conferences easier, joyful, and productive, even if you are an introvert. Conferences are great opportunities for networking. In fact, more than 42% of new opportunities and 85% of career moves are found and fulfilled through networking. But networking conferences and events can be an overwhelming experience, right? You want to get the word out about yourself or your business and make valuable connections, but you cannot just show up, hand out business card, and expect it to be a success. It is probably even worse if you are an introvert. You not necessarily enjoy trying to shout to be heard by strangers and engage in meaningful conversation with people you just met. There are strategies that help you to make a ton of meaningful connections and make networking at conferences a lot more easier. So as an international lawyer and now an international speaker, I attend conferences around the world regularly, averaging at least 70 events per year. So let me share with you 5 ways I network successfully in conferences in unexpected ways. Way number 1, prepare for the chance encounter. Nowadays, many conferences publish the list of participants in advance, and even some of the conferences have a special app with all the details of the registered participants, speakers, and organizers. So here's how you could use it for your advantage without abusing the list or annoying any person. After all, you will not be able to connect and meet every participant at the conference, and there is no need for it, right? So first, identify about 5 people you'd most like to connect with during the conference. Don't worry if these are the right people. For the first time, follow your instinct and your in advance preparation. Trust me, the more you will do it, the easier it gets to find these 5 attendees. Now, you can certainly try to reach out in advance to set up meetings, but if you don't know the person well or at all, it can be hard to convince them to make time for you. But preparation can help. It will allow you to give them genuine attention during a serendipitous meeting. So, what you should do is search these people online. Maybe read their LinkedIn profile, the Facebook account, their last tweets, and try to find something you have in common with them. Or maybe a question you have for them. For example, on a vacation resort they just visited. Or maybe an interesting question you have for them that interesting you as well. Now, when you arrive to the conference, look for these people. Many of the conference apps or the online profile carry the photo to help you recognize them. So, and just make a simple, genuine connection moment. Let me give you an example how you could do it. So you can approach this person when they're standing in line and say something, hi, you are so-and-so, right? And then mention the interesting fact you found in your research or your specific question you memorized to ask them. So I've been a fan of jazz music for a long time, and by the way, I heard you also into jazz music. What is your favorite band or artist? You see, nothing about the business. No pitching and no sell. Simple, short, truly connection moment. Now, I do not promise it will always work. Sometimes you will get engaged in a longer conversations. And sometimes not immediately, but it's definitely a very good start and a very good way to standing out of the crowd. Of course, you will need to follow up. Next, way number 2, becoming a speaker or panelist. Now, if you feel comfortable to speak in public, try to find opportunities to speak or get involved in a panel at a specific conference. Here is the interesting thing. After you speak, people will come up and find you. So you don't have to seek them out and struggle what to talk to them about. When people approach you, they will initiate the conversation themselves. They probably know already something about you, since you are a speaker or a panelist. Remember? Now, I'm sure that it is that way the conversation will be on the subject you are familiar with, making the conversation more enjoyable for everyone. So, of course, your obvious question is now, how can you get into this panel, right? So what I suggest, sign up for conference emails alert. They often issue a public call for presentations. And then that's the way you know about it. And here's another tip. If you can pick up the time to speak at the conference, request to speak earlier in the program so that you will engage in joyful conversation with like-minded people from the beginning of the conference. And you can reap the benefits of people coming up to you all day. The third way, host a dinner. Many conferences give you a free time on one of the days for lunch or dinner. This is absolutely a splendid opportunity to get to know better other participants. I always take advantage of this opportunity. How? I do my homework well in advance, and I'm frequently actually do a research at restaurants in the area and make a reservation for about 6 till 8 people, because above 8 people you need to leave your credit card number. Then during the conference, I'll meet interesting people that I will be happy to get to know better, and I will invite them to join me to this dinner or to this lunch. Now, these people can be other speakers, other participants, but there is the interesting thing. Many, specifically first-timer speaker or participants, won't have made plan in advance, so they likely appreciate the invitation. Why? Because first, you give attention. And second, what they have to lose. It is better than staying lonely, right? I never went wrong organizing these dinners, and in some event that I am participating for years, these dinners are known as Itzik's networking dinners, and people trying to connect with me well in advance to make sure they will be invited. But that's for another video. The fourth way to conference networking is interview people. I must admit that I used this way only in the last few years, and it worked wonders. When you put yourself in the shoes of the interviewer, everything becomes more simple. You're actually giving attention to the other person and sincerely interested in them, rather than trying to get their attention to you. In other words, instead of introducing yourself to someone with a request to take them from them, your first interaction is one of a giving attention, because your interview will expose them and their ideas and thoughts to more and new people in different way, online or offline. There is no need to be a known person yourself or to be really a journalist in your profession to be able to interview other people. Not at all. Obviously, part of your follow-up is to share a copy of the interview video or blog, or even write an article based on that interview. Simple, but powerful. Try it for yourself. The fifth way in networking conferences is groom yourself. Every networking with strangers involves a small talk. The first part of the conversation. And for many people I talk to, this is one of the most challenging part of the conversation. So I want you to make your networking at conferences also easy in that regards. The way I do it, it is by grooming myself. Let me explain. Wearing a distinctive clothing item can be a great icebreaker to sparkle a conversation. So for me, it is my Lego flag cuffling. You see, I made this cuffling myself from Lego bricks, and it is the color of the flag of the country I'm visiting. And it is always an item to sparkle a discussion. Another idea is to use a gamification at the conference. Maybe look at people who have items that you like. A nice tie, or interesting brochure, or lapel, or a specific purse, and go give them sincere compliment. Again, pure act of giving attention. And you see the magical results and the smiles you will get. Again, you will only the power of it by trying it. That's it. These are the 5 ways, my 5 ways, to help you make networking at conferences easier. As a professional, I know that conferences are often pricey, and in addition to other expenses, you have to pay flights, accommodation, etc., etc. So to get return on investment from these conferences, you can use networking in the right way. Instead of using elevator pitch, annoying people, and trying to get people to give you their attention, you can use these easy strategies that I just shared with you to get to know people on your own terms and by giving attention. Now, over time, I guarantee you, you will see amazing results in both professional and personal levels. And if you're still confused on how to get the best results for you and your business or practice from networking at conferences, leave a comment below. I'll answer and I'll help you out. And if there's anything I can do to help you, just let me know. I'm truly here to help you succeed. So thank you for watching. And what I ask you, if you like this video, please leave a comment below, share it, tell other people about it, subscribe to my channel. Thank you very much.